Most business owners don't struggle with video because they're bad at it. Believe it or not, they struggle because they're good. They know a lot. They care about doing things the right way. So they try to make every video do everything. Explain, educate, build trust, and move their business forward. And that's exactly why none of it works. Give me a few moments, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why trying to do more in one video actually delays decisions. To be frank, I don't usually see this with beginners using videos in their businesses. I usually spot this with seasoned entrepreneurs who operate with high integrity. They know their craft and they care about the community that they serve. So they try to answer every question before it even comes up. This shows up across service-based businesses and personal brands that are already doing the work. The content isn't sloppy. The effort isn't missing, but the structure is quietly working against them. And when you're specifically studying these trends, the disconnect, it becomes obvious. Now, let's rewind this for a second because the problem usually starts much earlier than they may realize. And if you're that person that I'm speaking on, here's what's really happening. When you sit down to plan a video, you're not thinking about confusion. You're thinking about responsibility. You want to explain things clearly, show your expertise, solve real problems, make the content worth someone's time. So you load all of that intention into a single video. And from your side, it feels thoughtful. But from the viewer's side, it feels scattered, maybe even a bit overwhelming. It's like someone trying to get in shape and one coach says to lift heavy, another says to do cardio, and another says to fix your diet. All good advice, but at the same time, most people will hesitate or won't start at all. And when a viewer can't tell what a video is asking them to do, the safest response is to do nothing. But here's where it starts to cost you. You keep posting, you get some engagement, but sales conversations stay slow and repetitive. Not because people aren't interested and not because you're not qualified. It's because every video is quietly pulling the viewer in multiple different directions at once. When a video doesn't have a clear job, the viewer defaults to passive behaviors. And this may look like them watching the video. They may like the video. They may even save the video. And then they move on. None of those strengthen your relationships. So instead of removing friction, over time, your expertise gets diluted across every video, being spread thin instead of being decisive. And I don't want you to misunderstand the fix. This isn't about holding back. And it's not about saying less because you're unsure. It's about leverage. I want to emphasize, we're not working on film. You can very well separate intent and strategically sequence it, right? Without additional costs. One video can exist to clarify. Another can exist to build trust. And another to convert on one of your harder call to actions, right? That could be, to schedule a call or to join your program or to buy your product. Each piece does its job and together they begin to compound. When you stop asking one video to do everything, the next step becomes obvious without another explanation. So here's the shift. A video doesn't fail because it lacks effort or value. It fails when it doesn't know what it's responsible for. When you give each piece of content a single job, everything else gets easier. Each video moves one thing forward. Nothing overlaps and your authority compounds instead of resetting. Not because you're posting more, but because each video is finally doing what it's supposed to do. Once you understand that every video needs a job, The next problem becomes obvious. Where do you actually start before efforts turn into friction? Because assigning jobs randomly or based on instincts is how most people end up multiplying the wrong effort. Watch this video next, where I'll walk you through how I'd use video if I was starting from zero. What to focus on first, what to ignore, and how to make sure nothing you publish creates misalignment in your sales process. That's how you stop guessing and start operating with confidence. I'll see you there. Love.